Hi everyone, it's Hayley and today I am doing a video about my birth plan. Today I'm currently 33 weeks and 4 days pregnant. Yeah, 33 weeks and 4 days pregnant. So, seeing as, I pretty much know my birth plan and the whole sort of what I want to happen, or what I hope will happen, I thought I would do that now, and yeah, fill you guys in. So I'm due September 28th. I don't think I will be having a baby around then. I really think it'll be after September 28th, but I mean, you never know. So the birth plan is going to be pretty short and sweet really, because there's not an awful lot, I guess, about it. Sorry if you see me moving, I'm sitting on my gym ball. But yeah, I'll just start off, get right into it. So I am going to be going to a birth centre to have this baby. The same birth centre that I went to have my first child. Conveniently, the birth centre is literally less than a 5-minute drive from our house, which is fabulous. I really like the birth centre that we're going to. There's two in our area. I really like the one that I like to say it's my birth centre, because I would, if we ever had any more children, I would probably I'd go there again. But it's really good. I had a really good experience there last time, even though my first child was taking his sweet time. My experience there was, as far as staff and the facilities, were fantastic, and it was exactly sort of what you'd want, especially because I didn't want it to feel like a hospital situation, because I don't know what it is, but going to a hospital, it doesn't scare me or anything going to a hospital, but it feels very clinical and medical, and yeah, and it smells clinical and medical. It just that sort of, I don't think that sort of vibe would help me stay calm and everything like that. So the birth centre is very, although it is a medical sort of facility, it's very home-like. They have separate birth and postpartum rooms, and this one has 4 labour and delivery rooms and 12 postpartum rooms, because they get a lot of women who will have the baby at the hospital and then come to a birth centre to stay for 48 hours, because the hospitals, they try and kick you out really as soon as they can, just because they just don't have the room and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, the postpartum rooms are really lovely. The labour and delivery rooms are really good too, especially if you get one that has an adjacent door to the birth pool, which I had last time. So I'm kind of hoping I get a room that connects to that one again, but we'll see. But yeah, so it's really lovely, and it was sort of had everything you'd need, everything that was at home, but the staff, the medical staff, who knew what they were doing, and you weren't sort of like guessing, So yeah, I'm planning on a non-medicated labour and delivery at the birth centre. Last time I was at home for 24 hours before I went to the birth centre. I went to the birth centre specifically because my contractions had reached that, was it 4 minutes apart, a minute long for over an hour. And that's why I went in. I didn't go in because I couldn't handle it anymore. And I went in because I was like, I've been at home for 24 hours. They've finally reached this point. I want to know how far along I am. And I was about 5 centimetres or something. But this time I want to stay at home for as long as I can handle it. So my intentions are to labour at home, I want to say for 70-80% of the time. So ideally I'd like to labour at home until like I hit transition, or I'm starting to feel like, or if I feel like things are stalling out and my water's broken, or you know, just those sorts of things. Not just because I hit the my contractions hit the certain point where I would go into the birth centre and be allowed to stay. So I'm going to hang out at home for as long as I can, using non-medicated ways of helping myself. Last time I was very wishy-washy, and I didn't really have a birth plan at all because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to want to be touched during labour, not want to be touched, whether I'd want to be still or moving. I had no idea what I would want, so I didn't prepare in any way. Whereas this time around I have a bit more of a fair idea of what I've definitely got more of an idea of what it's actually like, and things that didn't work last time or that didn't help me last time, made things harder, etc., and what I can do to combat that. So while I'm at home, I'm intending to use my gym ball, the shower, hot compress, counter pressure, massage, all those sorts of different things, and try not to get myself worked up as I get closer to the end, because that's what I did last time. So I will have two, I guess you could say, birth partners. My husband, of course, and my sister this time. Last time I had my mum, but this time it's going to be my sister, provided, you know, she's available. She's intending on being available. So my mother will be watching AJ while we go to the birth centre and sort of keeping him occupied while we're at home. So they will be my helpers through the entire thing, really. And this time I've sort of I've written out a little list of things that they will probably need to do for me, or what could be expected of them, so they know, they have an idea of what they can do to help, and things. Because last time my husband kind of felt like he didn't know what he could do to help me, and I wasn't really sure what he could do to help me either, because I didn't really know what was going on. So he felt a little bit like he was just sort of sitting and waiting, really. So this time he's looking forward to being actually involved and being actually able to help and know what to do and know what to expect himself. So I've written out a little thing for them both just to have, so they can sort of be like, oh yeah, okay, so we'll do that and blah blah blah. But I'll show you guys that in my in next week's pregnancy vlog, all the little lists that I've written out. So yeah, as far as being at home, just as long as I can, until I'd like to stay until either I hit transition or need to get my waters broken to get the transition really going or something. Last time I had to get my waters broken, and they were broken at 7 centimetres, because I'd been stuck for several hours, between 5 and 7 centimetres. So once my waters got broken, that sped things up right away, and it made it a lot more painful, but it got things going. So I don't know if my waters are going to spontaneously break this time. I don't know if that's like I mean, I know it can happen, but I don't know the likelihood of that happening on its own this time. So, I mean, we'll see. But maybe it will this time because I'll be doing more to keep the labour progressing and to help with the pain. Last time I didn't really do, I just walked and paced. That was the only thing that sort of seemed to help. But I didn't do anything else, so I don't know, maybe bouncing on the ball this time will help get the, sort of like, put the pressure against the waters and maybe they'll pop. I don't know. But I'll try everything this time around to have, you know, everything going at home so that I'm not in the birth centre as long as I need to be. I mean, longer than I need to be. So once we go to the birth centre, hopefully I'm, you know, progressing well and things are moving along well and things like that. After delivery, we are doing placenta encapsulation, so that will be shipped off to the placenta encapsulation lady, and then my intention is to stay for the 48 hours after delivery, provided that, you know, that they're not having an influx of women having babies. Because last time I ended up, I was home within 24 hours of having AJ, simply because they said, you know, they told me that I might not be able to stay another night because there was more women coming in and things like that, so I might have to leave. So I just decided to leave anyway, but in hindsight that was a bad idea, so I really want to try and stay as long as I can this time after having the baby. So yeah, that's sort of like that plan. If I need to, I mean, if the worst situation happens, touch wood that it doesn't, I'll do whatever I have to do to have a healthy baby who is safe. So I'm not gonna piss around on that end. They do ambulance transports to the hospital from the birth centre if need be, and all that sort of stuff. So, and the hospital from the birth centre is literally a 5-minute drive. So it's all very in close connection. So if anything were to happen, I could get where I needed to go fast. I'm at the birth centre. I'm hoping to use the birth pool. I don't intend to have a water birth or anything. I haven't actually discussed a water birth with my midwife. I don't know, like last time I was in the water and it was during transition. I think it was that I was in the water, like the beginning of transition. And I think the only reason I really got out and didn't stay in was it was extremely hot in there. I was really dehydrated. I had gas for about an hour, I think. I had gas, and that just made being in the birth pool with the hot water, being dehydrated and having gas was a really, really bad combination. The gas on its own made me feel sick anyway, so I gave that up after an hour, because eventually it was just like not helping during the contractions because it was transition and, you know, that was that. So I gave up on that. But so I don't intend to have the gas this time again. I'd rather just keep my wits about me if I could and do it the really hard way. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have an ultimate intention to have a water birth. If it happens that I'm in the tub and it's helping me and I'm feeling better in the birth pool or whatever than on the bed, then I'll just stay. But I'll just, yeah, at that sort of thing, I'll just do whatever. But for the whole sort of labour and things, I have an idea of what I need to do, what I need to try, and all that sort of stuff. So that's really it to my birth plan. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I've left anything out. Yep, basically I just gonna stay at home as long as I can and do self pain management at home, and then go to the birth centre, I suppose you could say the last minute, so to speak, depending on how things are progressing and if anything needs to be done, like my water's broken or whatever. It's funny, I'm not afraid this time around. I remember like the whole last sort of 10 weeks of my pregnancy, the first time around even though I was excited, I was really nervous and scared, like because I didn't know what to expect, and all of that sort of stuff. So I mean, I'd watched plenty of YouTube labour and delivery stories, but still it was kind of like, you just don't know, you know. So I mean, I'm feeling really good about it at this point still. I'm slightly anxious about transition. That's the only thing that is kind of like, I won't say bugging me or worrying me, but it's just like, it's something that I know I'm going to have to work extra hard at staying controlled and staying calm through and concentrating through and not completely losing my mind like last time. That's the only part that is kind of, yeah, sort of niggling at me, I guess. But I know I can do it. I've done it before. I know I can do it. I can do it. And I will do it. I will do it, and it will be, I just can't wait to meet this baby. Like, that's what's really at me now, is I just, over the last couple of weeks, I just really can't wait to meet him. Like, cannot wait to meet him. Like, I feel like I have so much more hope and, well, yeah, so much more hope for a better immediate postpartum experience this time, with all the plans and sort of, well, not plans, what do you call it, precautions and things that I myself and my husband and I as a partnership are putting in place to help try and prevent postpartum depression again. I feel like the potential and the hope for a better postpartum experience is going to happen, and that makes it just a lot better. Like, just makes the whole thing, yeah, I just feel like everything's going to go better this time. So and that's all you can hope for, and keep positive and everything. And yeah, I have the labour and delivery story of my first child is on my channel. I'm going to have to go back a couple of years. But it is there if you want to watch it. It's in 2 parts, I think. Yeah, it's in 2 parts. Back when I was not very good at, I'm not very good at editing now, but I really did not edit back then at all. So yeah, that's in 2 parts. If you want to watch that, it's there, and just sort of understand my experience with labour and delivery with him and sort of where I'm coming from. But if you want me to do more of an in-depth discussion on that, I can. Just let me know. But yeah, so that's really it. I've rambled. But that's what I'm hoping for this time round as far as labour and delivery, and those are the sort of the plans we have in place, and the plans that I feel like are going to help me the best and make it a more, hopefully a more smooth and enjoyable experience. So yeah, I mean, I'll just take it as it comes, but I definitely feel more in control this time already, knowing that I have given my 2 birth helpers a list. They know what things they can do to help me, you know, and I'll have, you know, labour aids actually on hand this time instead of just walking like last time. So yeah, that's that. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you guys in a few days for my 34-week pregnancy vlog.